It was maybe a week ago already, but I adjusted the tactics in this first level so that I don't have to switch weapons when the game starts. I just play the first level using the sword now.
We just need to pummel the yellow turbans, right?
Saves time with the menuing. And also this is one of the rare levels where you can skip the dialogue.
Just one left.
So switching weapons actually makes it harder to do a dialogue skip.
Magnificent.
Like normally that guy would say
And you will be duly rewarded.
something about he has to be rescued. But if you're fast enough and don't skip any messages, you can end the level before that dialogue, so overall this level is now 9 seconds faster than before.
Caused the people to suffer greatly. In this time of uncertainty, the people found themselves yearning for change.
I'm sure Wu will also have a bunch of new improvements when I start looking at it on this scale of detail. Optimizing even the text boxes.
Let's make sure we defeat him before the Imperial troops grab the glory. Sounds like something's up in the eastern village. Perhaps we should take a look.
Ooh, that was fast. Even though the jumping angle wasn't perfect.
Long past its peak, the Han Empire had nowhere to go but down. However, the might of Cao Cao helped bring an end to the Yellow Turban Rebellion. As a result of his deeds,
So Dong Zhuo's trap
was promoted to the rank of
has a few dialogue skips. And in addition, I found out that you can actually rapid fire, or rather do a suspended fire with the ballista by just holding down the button. Seems pretty obvious, but I never realized that. So that alone saves 5 seconds too.
Set an ambush. Still, we must not fall here. I have to get out of this enclosure first and foremost.
We need more men! There he is! Get him! Lord.
Who are you? And why would you
No, shooting at bursts is slower. And I only shot that way because I didn't know any better.
Who is a man of extraordinary might. He must be avoided at all costs. If I recall correctly, a tiger is kept in a cage here. If we let it loose, the enemy will be thrown into disarray.
Oh yeah, skipping that line would have actually maybe saved 2 seconds for this door.
Charge! Don't let him get away!
So I still haven't internalized all the possible spots where to use the dialogue skip.
I have better things to do than chase after fleeing vermin.
Excellent! Now quickly, we must make haste.
Yeah,
Having
much better.
managed to elude Dong Zhuo's pursuit, Cao Cao fled the capital. Yuan Shao was
In this
forced to
next
retreat
level,
to Ji province in the
I
north
decided
as
it's
well.
better to use the
The other
angled
warlords
character glitch
also
rather
escaped
than
the
Wuxia
capital
glitch,
and returned to the homes which they had left behind. As waves of tyranny washed
because if you defeat the final 2 officers on foot, there will be less text messages compared to if you defeat them instantly, both at the same time. But I could have sworn I changed Xiahou Yuan's equipment. But yeah, I do angled glitch, break into the final area, defeat the officers on foot.
Pitiful! Is there no one who has the courage to stand up to Hua Xiong?
So you are my next opponent. I'll crush you like all of the others.
I still didn't start it. Alright, I think this is slightly too terrible for my taste.
You have no one to watch your back. Then die.
To retreat is not necessarily to lose.
That's another enemy pounded into submission.
Yeah, that could have been a decent time save if I had got it the first try, but what can you do? I'm not gonna stress too much over mistakes like that. I will try to do a no reset run unless something truly run ending happens, like a soft lock or getting knocked into the sky. Come on, Tata. Yeah, this is a very hard game to get truly optimal, since all of the tricks are somewhat frame precise. You cannot do them first try consistently. All you can do is just minimize the damage.
Fine work, Xiahou Yuan. You are an example to us all.
Almost as quickly as they had come, the winds of tyranny disappeared from the land. Faced with the onslaught led by Cao Cao, Dong Zhuo was driven from Luoyang.
Battle of Yan province. That level is mostly the same as before. It just puts your Wuxia glitch skills to test. Wuxia bowling sounds like a good spin-off.
Our lord is in your hands, new recruit.
But there is one dialogue skip in this level too that matters. So maybe it will save 2 seconds. And I need to watch out to not overshoot. That's a common problem when doing the Wuxia glitch. Gliding past enemies so that you have to course correct for 10 seconds. That's bad. So I've recently I tried to decelerate a lot when approaching the near enemies so that if I do miss, then I don't have to catch up to the enemies again. This is... Doing the Wuxia glitch is... it requires a skill set that has nothing to do with Dynasty Warriors in general.
I must retreat. This is not the end. I must retreat. This is not the end.
Alright. I managed to hit Huangshao from pretty far away.
This place is ours.
The range is kind of weird
Very good. I shall
with this
remember
attack.
your efforts.
Missed. That was an arbitrary miss, not my fault actually. Whoa, he flew high up.
This place is ours now.
The ragdolls are sometimes really weird. Alright, so here's the dialogue skip. See, enemies spawn faster. Everyone wins. Unless they hit me, then I lose.
I bring news. A giant is wreaking havoc in the village.
Future historians
Nice.
would say this was when Wei's rise
Back
to
on
power
track.
began.
So I theorized about using a horse Muso boost in Battle of Xu province, but it would save time on the way to the ambush, but it's kind of arduous to set up. You'd need a different weapon. You'd need some different weapons to build up Muso,
My lord.
and then you'd have to try to quickly get on the horse. I don't know. In the end, it didn't seem it would really save time.
Yes, my lord.
Even though Xushu's normal running is terrible. Just barely faster than a horse. What?
Soon, Dian Wei. You keep our lord safe. Leave it to me. I'll see you again soon. The enemy has a garrison on the other side of the forest. We must secure it as quickly as we can.
But yeah, it's too much work trying to get a horse. Stopping and getting on horse and then doing the Muso boost. It would be even in the end at the best.
Candy from a baby.
Yeah, different characters do have different movement speeds. Xuzhu has speed 10, which is the worst in the game.
Got him.
Now, strike hard.
I bring news.
If you have two walking speed up seals,
Forces have laid siege to our main
his speed is barely faster than the horse. So it's still worth it to run instead of riding, but the difference is minimal. But yeah, I wish you could make Xushu faster somehow.
Lu Bu is approaching. We must return to our base camp and keep our lord safe.
If the halberd switch attack was much faster, you could just spam the boost that you get from halberd, but
You look too dangerous to be left alone. As do you. I will be glad to face you in battle.
I'm not sure, but I always seem to lose some time in that level.
It seems the beast has arrived.
So yeah, I now run on foot the early part of the level, since
We have to.
it should be faster than Wuxia flying through the area.
Presents itself.
Don't mind the sounds of horse chafing. Yeah, horse speed is the same, except some horses are faster than others, but generally you... Oh, come on, Tao Qian. I missed. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yes! Victory is ours!
I lost surprisingly little time, considering I had to do an extra menu visit and it wasn't a very fast fight in general. Oh well. That level is kind of weird sometimes. So yeah, some horses are faster than the default horse, but you can only use them in the conquest mode.
Cao Cao took the emperor under his protection and headed for his base at Xuzhang. Thus, he became more than a mere warlord, something much more formidable.
One thing I really don't like in Dynasty Warriors games is the end game grind. One reason why I'm glad I started with Dynasty Warriors 7 is because its grind is actually far more manageable than in most Warriors games. Come on. Yeah, if you can imagine, it's much worse in many other games. Unlocking the best things is fairly straightforward in this game. You just need money for it. And getting money is fairly simple. And as a result of the endgame not being so grindy, it's also less broken in some ways. Like, if you compare to Warriors Orochi 3, Warriors Orochi 3 can be utterly broken. On the highest levels it becomes nothing more than just increasing your numbers. So that's one negative. In Dynasty Warriors 7 the endgame holds together better, in my opinion. Oh yeah, dialogue skip.
Whoa! What's going on here? Who are they? You'll never make it.
Haha. Gets killed in 1 second.
If only Xu Chu were here to help. What is that? Tian Wei, look out for the
I still love that line. What is that?
out here all alone?
It's the biggest shock in Cao Cao's adult life. Being a warlord.
They're certainly very thorough. Tian Wei.
Alright, there's running shoes. That's a good thing.
him get away! Father, you're safe.
So one thing I'm not sure here. If you meet with Cao Ang as fast as possible, he will backtrack through the maze to meet up with Cao Cao, which might waste a bit of time in this next part since they all have to catch up to me once again. So I was wondering if it would be faster to wait a little bit for Cao Cao to catch up before I meet Cao Ang.
We shall retreat now as planned.
All right, who's next in line?
I must retreat. This is not the end.
Yeah, pushing is a legit tactic. Or is it really a matter of... I'm not sure what actually dictates the appearance of the very last enemies in that level. Maybe the dialogue skip when arriving to the area would also help, I'm not sure. But yeah, pushing on horse is faster than letting NPCs run on their own. If the terrain just allows it, then sure.
Take the castle. Show no mercy. Kill any in your path. We will attack from the east and the south. All forces, advance!
You have the nerve to come alone? You must be very foolhardy. My lord. My lord.
Nice.
Dian Wei was dead.
So yeah, dialogue skip helps there.
After successfully avenging his loyal retainer's death, Cao Cao set out in search of a path forward. A path of ambition. A path that would quickly and effectively lead him to domination of the land.
See, it was Cao Cao's explicit intention to conquer the land quickly. He was basically a speedrunner.
To Xiapi Castle. Lu Bu's time is up.
Lord Xiahou Dwing, we will secure the western gate.
Alright.
On you.
I have nothing to prove to you. My blade's only purpose is to keep my brother safe.
So a better tactic would be to
I'll crush you like all of the
use sword to start the angle glitch, but then jump before the switch attack is complete.
Come at me in your thousands if you
Alright, I didn't skip Lu Bu's line this time.
in hell.
Maybe that will avoid the soft lock.
Someone tie this animal up.
Cao Cao managed
Yeah, last
to
time
defeat Lu
that
Bu
final
in
cutscene
one
never
fight.
started.
With that battle behind him, he moved toward a massive confrontation with his old friend.
Yeah, entire existence collapsed
First,
with the defeat
led
of
some
Lu
troops
Bu.
to Liu Bei and gave him orders to eliminate Yuan Shu. Cao Cao figured that Liu Bei would relish the opportunity to face such a powerful opponent. And just as he expected, Liu Bei immediately
Alright, Battle of
set out
Guandu
for
1. This level features a few
Indeed,
dialogue skips,
Cao Cao would use anybody at his disposal
as well
in
as
order to further
a lot of
his
horse
ambitions,
pushing
even the
of
Emperor
allies.
himself. However, his actions began to lead to unrest within the imperial court. And so, the Emperor issued a decree that Cao Cao was to be assassinated.
The narrator of these games also voices Huang Gai. Now that I know about it, I can't really unhear it anymore.
As ordered, Liu Bei attacked the Yuan Shu army and emerged victorious. In his weakened state, Yuan Shu was no longer a match for Cao Cao and passed away shortly thereafter. It was then that suddenly Liu Bei rose in rebellion.
We must remain patient, Lord Xiaoqi. We must wait until the enemy takes the bait before we strike. It is vital that we liaise with the forces from Bai Ma. Keep the big picture in mind as we approach Yanji.
And in some ways it's a good thing that I have no access. I can't have access to the special horses
Danger ahead.
in the regular story mode in Dynasty Warriors 7. Otherwise, I would probably use the red hair a lot, and that would of course make the run slightly duller, because so many other Dynasty Warriors are just founded on using the red hair. So many other Dynasty Warriors runs, I mean.
Is badly off. The pincer attack has failed.
Red hair is Lu Bu's horse. It's the fastest horse in the game. It has a speed of 220 or 240, something along those lines.
It seems someone is hitting.
So here dialogue skipping matters, because some dialogue won't begin until everyone is defeated. Cao Cao won't leave until all the dialogue is over,
I will not be left behind.
and all dialogue will not be over unless I skip it faster. Oh no, I picked up the speed up. That makes the horse pushing harder.
Very well. All forces, retreat.
Alright. It's kind of difficult with the speed boost. It's actually almost manageable without oh, that was everyone. How strange.
I love it when a plan comes together.
It's much harder to do with my character because the hitbox is so small. See? Much easier with horse. This is a pretty good push. Alright, that will do. It was a push for the legends.
son? Well, I cannot allow you to outshine me.
Some random line of dialogue that slowed down the level end, sadly.
It seems that the enemy reinforcements have arrived.
Cao Cao, please compliment me later.
Now we're talking.
We're under the
Things
clock
are
here.
starting to get interesting. My lord, Shu Yo sends a message. He says he wishes to surrender to you. Excellent. Lord Cao Cao, this should be most edifying.
Bring him to see me.
So yeah, pushing with the character is an option, but it's a bit more hard, bit more difficult. Only for pros.
It may take a while for Shu Yo to arrive. We should clear him a path.
And clearly I'm not a pro since I can't do it completely consistently. Alright.
My lord, we need to destroy the enemy's...
Alright, let's hope the arrows don't hit me.
Perhaps the catapult would work.
That would be catastrophic. It seems I'm safe. Alright. So Wuxia is clearly the fastest option in this level. You can't exit the first area or even use a ladder until you have used some catapults and destroyed siege towers and all that stuff. With Wuxia glitch I've already defeated the final boss by the time I would have normally used the catapults. Gold.
Due to the efforts of Cao Pi, heir to the Cao throne, and many others, Yuan Shao was eliminated. With Hebei and the Central Plains under his control, Cao Cao had amassed the largest force in the land. Next, he turned his steely gaze toward the...
My sum of best was 1 hour 50. So almost sub 1. We must fly after Liu Bei. Running shoes, please.
I can go no further. Be safe, brother.
No running shoes this time.
The bridge is cleared. Come, we must hurry. Ah, it's no good. Fall back. Fall back. You have the nerve to come.
There really is no safe place in this world. If your enemies can just glide arbitrarily through all solid surfaces or jump infinitely high.
The trap is a little simplistic for my tastes, but it should suffice to buy us some time.
Calls this simplistic. He is too dangerous to be allowed to live.
A new world lay just
Alright,
before them.
Battle of Chibi.
Zhang
Oh yeah,
Liang
I'm gonna use a new
forced Liu Bei's
navigation
forces to
tactic.
scatter.
In this level I can actually use the horse boosts
Liu Bei himself managed
to help
escape to
Suzhou
Jiangzhou.
move around faster. So
Cao
this is a
Cao
whole new
secured his
tactic.
hold on Jing and immediately
And
moved
perhaps
to
I can
apply
use a
pressure on
dialogue
Sun
skip here and
Quan
there.
in Jing.
I'm not sure.
Victory here is indispensable to my goal of supremacy. Zhou Yu leads the enemy. We must claim his head.
I bring news. Our central forces are being pushed back.
Alright, so I'm running a slightly different route than normal. I will summon the horse here on this
We cannot allow him to simply
green pasture.
Shuchu, pay the enemy commander a friendly visit, would you? Welcome to the adversary. The battle is
I'm not sure if Zhou Yu's lines can be skipped. I kinda had some contradictory experiences about it. Alright, so here I will get on the horse.
Part of our main camp
where is
defenses
it?
have been wiped out by a fire attack.
What?
Lord Cao Pi, I'm glad to see you.
Then boost. This also clears the path a little bit for Cao Cao. So it's two good things for the price of one.
Let us not rush to judgment.
But yeah, I'm not sure what was up with the horse just there.
You okay?
Yes, Shuchu. You must guard my back while we make for the shore.
Report! It seems that the enemy reinforcements have arrived. Report! The Allied commander is struggling.
Alright, that should be enough for Cao Cao. Cao Cao can actually die if you leave him to his own devices in this part.
This is be
Lord Cao...
Alright, let's see if we can get enemies to spawn faster, but I doubt it.
mass. Lord Cao.
And I'm trying to dialogue skip all these lines.
Report! The Allied commander is struggling.
But this is
Yeah, I didn't get the early enemies. Yeah, but what can you do about Xushu's spine indent? I think
Cao Cao means to escape.
you will get the early enemy officers to spawn if you are much faster in this part.
I shall return.
I mean,
How many would
if you don't defeat anyone
count already?
until and just run to these parts, then the enemies spawn early pretty often. This is really slow.
Your boat is ready.
well, that was unexpected. The enemy's
But
emergency allowed
then
us to
if you
recover the
don't kill any enemies on the way,
Liu Bei was the
Cao Cao is in danger, so it's... If you want to take a risk, you can come here fast and fight the enemies early, but it may come at a cost. The run-ending cost.
Seems I have some catching up to do. Sorry, Joe Yu.
Alright, now let's hope Cao Cao has the common sense to leave this burning ship.
I have no excuse for troubling you with this rabble.
It would really help
This
us
opportunity. We must use this
for
momentum
our
to press the
speedrun's
attack.
sake. So, on my practice run where I tried the various dialogue skips, I actually did Cao Cao. I got Cao Cao to leave this ship immediately. So I will try to do what I did on the practice run.
Your assistance comes at a
See
most
if it
opportune
always works. If it does, that's a very good thing. So I'm just gonna keep running and doing a few swipes here and there to thin out the enemies. Maybe Cao Cao will follow my lead. Oh, there we go. That was pretty fast. And I still lost some time. Yeah, I lost time when entering the boat. The dialogue played in some wrong order and there was a lot of extra waiting. So maybe the dialogue skip wasn't a good idea in that place. If it was indeed related.
The enemy has been reading our moves expertly. We must expect that they will have men in the mountains too. Luckily, Lord Cao Ren is on his way here. Maybe he can help us to safety over the mountains.
Just as the boss foresaw. Stay right where you...
Cao Cao's ambition had been swallowed in a sea of crimson flame. However, he would not abandon his quest. Not until he seized the land that he had fought so long and hard for.
Well,
Several
at this
days
rate,
after the Battle
I'll
of
get a
Chibi,
PB
he
that
returned
is
to Xuchang.
something like 5 seconds improvement.
Cao Cao, Sun Quan, Liu Bei. Following the Battle of Chibi, these three men became the center of everything. Cao Ren, charged with the defense of Jiangling, performed admirably against the combined onslaught of Sun Quan.
Joshu.
Alright, in my previous run, this part went terribly. I got stuck. The enemies kept bombarding me. I couldn't really do the... I couldn't do the angle glitch at my own leisure. I was bombarded by the enemies, left and right.
You wish me to command your army?
So it would be a big time save if I get it first try or something like that.
Blunt the momentum of their mounted
First or
troops.
second try.
We must claim strategic points on the front line. But the old Cao Cao would never have given his strategist full control.
Alright. Sadly I have to switch back to twin swords.
I welcome such carelessness in the ranks of my enemies. Fight alone. I am impressed.
Time
Nice.
is limited. Ma Chao fell in defeat before the strategies of Cao Cao and Jia Zhu. Fearful of Cao Cao expanding his influence in the west, Liu Zhang of Yi turned to Liu Bei for help.
Battle of Yangping Gates. In this one, you play as Xiahou Yan, and once again I'm gonna try to use the angle glitch for good effects. Oh. The early run, breakouts in the early run were pretty terrible, but now I'm getting them pretty fast.
Must be Shu reinforcements. We'll have to keep a close eye on them.
So you are my next opponent. I'll crush you like all of the others.
Liu Bei has his followers, and he has his lands. Now, he wishes to claim more. If we allow him to seize the initiative here, we are doomed.
I bring news. We have discovered the enemy supply depots.
General, supplies are the foundation of any army. If we can secure them, we will bring the enemy to its knees.
I bring news. The forces of Wu are headed for Hefei.
And now Wu is on the move, sneaking up while our backs are turned.
Thanks to the
Battle of Hefei, let's see. This is a short level. What am I? I lost the ability to speak English momentarily there. Short level.
By attacking one, you
Just
merely left
use the
yourself open
ladder breakouts.
There is still much I need to accomplish. I shall withdraw for now. Every victory serves to make me that much stronger.
We've done it. The enemy vanguard is no more.
Yeah, the early run was lackluster, but now I'm really, really catching up. Oh, I actually do have one new tactic in this level as well, which might save even 10 seconds if I'm right. So I will no longer defeat Taishitsi early because I have to go too much out of the way to do that. Alright, so the level flow is such that I have to defeat first 4 officers. The first wave is 4 officers. Those are the priority. I should even go slightly out of the way just to get these 4 guys defeated first.
I shall return. Remember that. For yours is the first head I shall see.
A true warrior indeed.
Then angle
Carry
glitch.
honor across the land.
Yeah, that looks like angle glitch.
To crush the enemy once and for all.
Then defeat second wave.
An enemy unit has broken away and is making for Hefei Castle. We must hurry to defend the castle walls.
No, it's Zhang Liao.
Oh no. I got a glitch.
I have occupied this place in the name of my lord.
Sometimes the enemies will go out of bounds. That's a really bad design oversight. So now they went out of bounds. I had to go out of bounds myself.
I will not be killed here.
Alright, there's running shoes. I'm gonna pick them up. I could have actually breached through the wall there. I forgot. But I'm gonna breach through the wall here to do a small shortcuts. So yeah, enemies spawning out of bounds. That's a really shitty thing that can happen.
The enemy has nowhere to run.
This is it. Father, Mother, forgive me.
But it doesn't matter too much in the big picture.
I have done my duty. He was too much for me.
Oh, it's him! It's really him!
Well, I didn't save any time nor did I lose any time.
Thanks
That's
to the
good enough, I
efforts
guess,
of Cao Cao's
with an
loyal
experimental
blade, Zhang
tactic.
Liao, the defenses at Hefei held firm. With the immediate threat removed, it was the perfect chance to advance from Hanzhong toward Yi. However, much to everybody's surprise,
Sometimes when both of the officers are
Everything we do is in plain view of Mount Chachi. That must be our first target.
wrong jumping direction, but otherwise good. So, sometime there are two officers on the path. If they both get there too quickly, the other one moves out of bounds for some reason.
You boys can sit there and watch while I rip through your forces.
So I'm not sure what you would do in a normal run if that happened. All right, let's hope. Let's hope
It was a trap. We have to stop.
my target behaves. Zong, I think. All right, pretty good.
All their best men are gathered in the center. If we
What?
can break through them,
Got stuck there for a moment.
control of the battle. General, your proud spirit will live on in my breast.
If we advance any further, we'll all be cut down!
It's too late to panic. Your ignorance has already doomed you. Urgent news! Ma Chao has taken the southern garrison. Cursed fool! He's after our main camp. Wrong hood. We must prevent that at all costs.
it had all been a ruse.
I guess the
to lure
fight
out
was
Guan
slightly
Yu.
slow, since I missed missed
The province
Liang,
of
Suge
Jie.
Liang for a
In
moment
the
there.
age of the Three Kingdoms, it was one of the
Alright.
most important strategic locations.
Battle of
in the
Fancastle
land.
1 is pretty much
And
the
as
same as
long the
before,
brave Guan Yu stood guard there, it was a threat to
but
both.
there will be some new dialogue skips in the very final level.
I will kill Guan Yu. I don't need Wu for that.
First, though, we must rescue our men in Xiangyang. It is vital to this battle. If it falls, we are done.
Alright, I had to test that I actually do have it.
Thank you, my lord. But what are you doing here?
I'm here to lighten our Lord Cao Cao's burden, if I can.
Xiahou Dun, what are you doing here? My lord, I am so happy to see you here.
I still find that dialogue pretty funny. I'm just dropping by. Alright.
You are a man. However, I will not allow that to stay my hand in battle.
The Wu army is advancing from the Changjiang. Lord Shu Huang's unit has also arrived as backup.
Excellent. Guan Yu will have no choice but to turn back.
While Guan Yu still lives, I will not be satisfied.
Alright, let's see if the dialogue skips help in this final level. I think since the catapult quest is mostly driven by dialogue, it should help if I do the dialogue skip. It should get the catapults active sooner.
Guan Yu is in Jiangling. That is where I must go.
I will not try to stop you, but I do not want your recklessness to compromise the lives of others. We must reinforce the defenses at Xiangyang first. We will attack Guan Yu after that.
Alright, so I'm gonna activate the Shu forces on defensive message, run back and do ladder glitch. Wait for the catapults to appear. Alright, that's angled if I ever saw one. There are the catapults.
The catapult has been completed. Good. My lord. A unit of...
They're calling for reinforcements, no doubt.
Our catapult is under attack from the Shu army.
They must...
An enemy unit has left the battlefield.
Enemy reinforcements.
Alright. Dialogue skipping all the longer lines should help in Sima Yi realizing faster that the catapults are now ready to move. once catapults start shooting, it will cause one of the guys to defect, and the defection will cause Guan Yu to start moving, which on the other hand is a trigger for the finale of the level, so that's how it works.
The catapult. Good news.
Alright, I think that was the cue. Guan Yu started leaving. I'm pretty sure.
This is our chance. We must strike now and seize the
So I'm gonna just follow him.
The central gate is open. We must enter the castle and claim Guan Yu's head.
Alright, and I'm gonna help him escape faster, if I can.
Shu reinforcements have arrived from the northwest. They are led by Ma Chao.
Oops. Sorry about that.
I've had enough of being pushed around by Guan Yu.
Alright, now I have to wait for a while so that the game doesn't crash. I think that should be enough.
Guan Yu
Ooh,
fell at the
nice.
hand of Xiahou Duin.
That was surprising.
Without their pillar of strength, Shu lost the will to fight. Their power quickly faded. Wu, having won the
102,
land
that's
of Jin,
pretty
was
good.
now deeply indebted to Wei.
I mean, it's
Throughout
not
it all,
sub 1
Cao
hour,
Cao
but
had maintained Wei's dominant position and forged a path toward a new age.
yeah, I wonder if I don't find
6
any
months
new
after the death of Guan Yu,
big new tactics
Cao Cao
in
would
this
have
game,
lost
I
5
think I
peace
might
and tranquility,
leave Wei to rest
following
for
his
now.
long journey of cruelty and ambition.
Move on to the other campaigns. Let's see some of best.
Wu should be placated by the fact
59.59, sub 1 hour.
has been returned to them.